Hi everyone, NETFQ here and welcome to another EVE Online video. Before we get started, what I'd like to do is congratulate the 9 winners of the Scope Syndication skins. They all put their comments in the video that I did about 5 months ago on the Carrier Rating 101 video. And yeah, it's been a long time coming and I do apologize for the delay in announcing the winners and getting these skins to you. But yeah, when this video comes up, you should have a contract for the skins. So please check your contracts and yeah, congratulations. Right, now let's get on with today's video. Here's a question for you. Which ship type is faster at completing Drone Horde combat sites? Is it a Supercarrier, in this case a HAL, a Standard Carrier, in this case a Nidhoggur, or a Marauder, in this case a Paladin? Now what I'll be doing is I'll be running the Drone Horde sites one after the other in each of these ships and timing the results. And at the end we'll do a bit of a comparison. So here we go. Right, what we'll do is we'll start off with the HAL Supercarrier, and I'll start the timer as soon as we start shooting the first ship. Now, to save time and to stop you being completely bored, what I'll do is as soon as combat starts, I'll speed up the video just so we can get to the results faster. So here we go, and yeah, let's see how fast the Supercarrier is. Right, that was really quick. That only took 5 minutes and 52 seconds. So let's go on to the next ship now. Right, the next ship is going to be a Standard Carrier, in this case the Nidhoggur. And again, same process as last time. I won't start the timer until I start shooting the first ship. And again, I'll speed up the video to save some time as well. So sit back and enjoy. Okay, there we go. That took 9 minutes and 48 seconds, so quite a bit longer than the Supercarrier. So yeah, quite interesting. So here we go. We'll go on to the last ship now, and we'll see how long that takes. Right, and the last ship is going to be the Marauder, and in this case it's the Paladin. So what I'll do, same process as last time. I won't start the timer until I've started shooting the first ship. And yeah, I'll speed up the video just to make it a bit shorter, and we'll see how long it takes to do in the Paladin. Right, and there we go. That took 9 minutes and 22 seconds, so it's slightly faster than a standard carrier. So yeah, let's compare the results. Right, let's start off with the Supercarrier. Now, these are just my opinions. Your opinions may differ, but what I do is I'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. So yeah, please, if you have a strong opinion or you think I've missed something, then please let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. But anyway, here we go. Pros and cons. So the pros, it's the quickest ship at clearing the Drone Horde sites. It only took 5 minutes and 52 seconds, which is really, really quick. And it's able to easily kill infested carrier spawns. Now, an infested carrier spawn is a NPC carrier that can spawn in the final wave of the Drone Horde site. And if you're in anything small, it can easily kill you. But obviously, being in a Supercarrier, it can easily tank the incoming damage, and it can easily kill it using your Cyclops or any other heavy attack drone, or I should say fighter, that you may have. Now, the cons is it's incredibly slow. Supercarriers are really, really slow at warping, and they're really, really slow at aligning. Which makes them, yeah, I mean, even though they clear the site really, really quick, the time it takes to get between sites really does take a chunk out of the profit that you make per tick. And the other bit is it's about a 33 billion ISK investment. Supercarriers aren't cheap, and if you've got 33 billion ISK just to rat in, then fantastic, but for a lot of people that's just simply out of reach. And a lot of people wouldn't risk that type of ISK doing ratting, simply because any gang that comes along sees a Supercarrier ratting. If you're not quick enough and jump out, because you're certainly going to be too slow to align if you're not already aligned, yeah, you make a juicy target. And the other thing is it can only dock and keep stars. So if you're out ratting in a system that doesn't have a keep star in it, you're pretty much stuck in space in that system. Sure, you can tether to any station, or I should say any Fortisar or Astra House or engineering complex that may be in system. So you've got that safety net there. But in order to start your session or to end it, you either have to log out in space or jump to a system that has a Keepstar in it. So that just adds a level of complexity when ratting in a super. Right, let's go on to the next one. Right, the standard carrier, in this case a Nidhoggur. For the pros, I've just got one, and that's able to survive an infested carrier spawn. Infested carrier spawn, I should say. Now, a single carrier is not going to be able to kill an infested carrier, simply because there's not enough DPS that you can apply to it. But you are able to easily survive it. So if it spawns, just pull your drones and take your time. Well, not too much time, but you've got time to warp out safely. Unless you've got another couple of carriers in system that you can ask for help, because it takes about 2 or 3 carriers to regular carriers to kill an infested carrier NPC. Either that or hell. But a single carrier is not going to be able to kill it. For the cons, I've got it slow, just like any other capital ship. Ships are slow. Their align time is slow and their warp speed is slow. Obviously not as slow as a supercarrier, but it's pretty slow. And again, depending on your fitting, you're looking at least 4 billion ISK investment. And it can only dock in Fortisars, Keepstars, Satoyos and NPC stations. So it cannot dock in Astra Houses. So you need at least a Fortisar in system to be able to dock. And again, it's the slowest ship to clear the site because, surprisingly enough, the carrier took 9 minutes and 48 seconds. Right, let's go on to the last one. Right, the last ship is the Marauder, in this case a Paladin. The pros is it can dock anywhere, so Astra Houses and up, and NPC stations, it can pretty much dock everywhere, which is fantastic because it is just a battleship. Cheapest ship at about a 2 to 3 billion ISK mark, depending on the fit and how bling you get it. It is fast. It's a battleship, sure. It's not as fast as a cruiser or a battle cruiser, but it is definitely faster than a capital ship. And it's the second fastest ship to clear the site because it only took 2 minutes and 22 seconds, which is about 26 minutes, 26 seconds quicker than the carrier did. Now the cons are it's not able to survive infested carrier spawns unless you get out quick. Now there's a caveat to that obviously with the Marauder you use a Bastion module, and with that Bastion module you're pretty much stuck in place for 30 seconds. Now if you had that running and it just did a cycle and a infested carrier spawned, you are unlikely to survive. Now one trick to that is obviously make sure that when you're killing the last 1 or 2 ships on the last spawn, to turn off your Bastion module. So that way when you're killing the last ship, your Bastion module is not active. So if a infested carrier did spawn, you're easily able to get out before it starts shooting you. Right, well while we watch me killing one of those infested carrier spawns in my super, let's talk about the results. Now let's start with the Supercarrier. It's expensive. That's at least a 33 billion ISK ship with the fitting. Maybe even a bit more. So it's a lot of ISK to invest in a ratting ship. And plus it can only dock and keep stars, so it's going to be stuck on or in space or in a system that doesn't have a keep star, and to dock up for the night you're going to have to jump out to a system that has a keep star. And again, it's the slowest. Sure, it clears the sites as really quickly, but it's slow. It's slow getting to sites, it's slow at aligning, and it's just, for my opinion, too much is to have floating in space for that long. The second one is the standard carrier, the Nidhoggur. Again, it's the slowest at clearing the sites, which is surprising. And again, it's slow at aligning and slow at warp. So yeah, definitely wouldn't suggest doing carrier ratting. And the fact that it can't dock in astro houses, which makes it even worse. My pick, again, is a ship that I use most often now, is a Paladin. Simply because it's easy to transport around. You can jump it using your Titan anywhere, or just gating it, as long as you've got a scout, is pretty safe. And it can dock in anything. It can dock in astro houses. It can, pretty much dock anywhere, which is fantastic, because again, it's only a battleship. It's the fastest aligning, well, for a battleship, well, compared to a capital ship. It's fast warp, and yeah, it was the second quickest ship to actually clear the Drone Horde site. The only downside to it is it can't survive infested carrier spawns. If one spawns, you just have to get out as quick as you can. Now, to be fair, I have lost one of these Paladins to an infested carrier spawn, simply because I wasn't paying attention, and I just about lost another one as well. By the time I entered warp, I had about 5% hull left. So yeah, if one of those carrier spawns come on the last wave and you've got your Bastion module up, or you're not paying attention, you can easily lose the Paladin. But again, it's one of the cheapest ships. It's between 2 and 3 billion, probably about 2.5 billion for fully fitted carrier with some bling modules. And that's easily replaced by spending a couple of days just doing Drone Horde sites. And how much money you get, again, it just depends on the system. But I would say that between a carrier and a Paladin, the Paladin's going to win out. You're going to get more ticks at a Paladin, and compared to a super, you're going to get more ticks, simply because you're able to get to the sites quicker and clear them and get to the next site quicker. By the time you're finished the first or the second site, the hell's going to only probably just landed or halfway through doing the second site. So when it comes to it, it's quicker. Right, now one of the things I should bring up here is the skills that I was flying with when I created the timing video for the Marauder. At the time, if I just bring up, not the fittings, well, I can quickly show you the fittings I get. It's pretty basic. You've got 4 true sensor heat sinks. You've got your tank, which is the thermal armor hardener, a kinetic armor hardener, and your X-type large armor repairer, and that's pretty much it. And they're just running mega pulse laser tech 2s, and 2 heavy newts, just in case you get tackled and you need to break a hold on you so you can escape. And very important, a large micro jump drive, just in case you do find yourself in a bit of bother with bad guys wanting to tackle you. You can jump away quite easily and get into warp. And that's pretty much it. Now for the skills, one of the skills I do want to show you is the Marauder skill. There we go. Now when I created the video, I only had Marauders level 4. And what this skill does, if you have a look at the info for the Paladin, and you go to the traits, there we go, Marauders bonuses per skill level. And as you can see, the one I'm talking about here is the 5% bonus to large energy turret damage. So because that was at level 4, that was giving me only a 20% large energy turret damage. But now this is at 5. It's giving me an extra 5% damage. So with that 5% extra damage, it means that I would be able to clear the sites a little bit quicker. How much quicker? I don't know. I'll have to do another timing video with this the skill level at level 5, just to see exactly how much quicker it is. But again, take the timings with a grain of salt. They're not accurate to any stretch of the imagination. It depends on the spawns that you get. It also depends on how quick you are at locking targets and hitting the fire button. There are lots of things that go into how fast you can clear a site. But yeah, as I said before, I do believe that the Paladin is the best ship for the job. It's the cheapest ship, and it warps between sites really quickly, and it has some ability to escape. The only downside is, as I said, with the infested carrier spawns that may happen. You have to be really quick on the ball to escape them, otherwise they will kill you quite quickly. But apart from that, yeah, that's it. Bit of a news update. The corporation that I'm in, Moose Army, has left the Test Alliance, and we are now with the Pandemic Horde Alliance. Now, the corp did that for many reasons, and I think it was just coming down to the fact that we just wanted a change of scenery. We wanted some new challenges, and it seemed that the Pandemic Horde Alliance were able to give us that. I have no ill will or bad feelings to Test Alliance. I've been with them pretty much since I came to Nullsec, so that's 4 years, I guess. They're a great alliance. I've been with them in many wars where Test Alliance did really well. It's just one of those things. EVE is a great game, and many people just move around, change alliances, change corps. It's just one of these natural progressions in your career, or your EVE career, I should say. My corp has now moved to Pandemic Horde, and which is actually, I guess, blue or semi-friendly to Test, so that's good. We're just pretty much next door to Test anyway, in terms of where we are in the EVE universe. So yeah, it's great. There should be quite a few videos coming out with my adventures in Pandemic Horde. Love to go on some PvP fleets and record the outcomes of them. So yeah, new challenges and exciting times. Now, let's talk about scope syndication skins, shall we? Because there are new ones that have come out. So let me just swap the screen here. There we go, to my Jita Alt. And let's have a look, see what sort of skins we have which are new. So let's go into giveaway. So we have quite a few skins here. I'm not sure what were the ones that you saw last, but one of the newest ones that we've got our first capital skin. Now this is an obelisk skin, which is a Galente freighter. Okay, it's not a jump freighter, it's just a Galente freighter. And that is what the skin looks like. Pretty awesome. Yeah, nice bluey purpley back end with the gold trim at the front. Yeah, looks pretty nice ship. And we've got obviously all the regular ones here. And again, I will be sending out those skins that the 9 people won, which we mentioned at the start of this video. Before this video is released, they will have contracts up for those skins. We've still got the Raven, we've still got the Rupture, we've got Stratios skins here as well, which I think are new, and that's what the Stratios looks like. Pretty awesome looking skin. What else do we have? We have the Vago, the Vedmak, the Venture, and the Vexter, and all the other ones we've got here, like the Gila, the Mauler, the Megathron, etc. So if you want to win one of these skins, all you have to do, again, just like with all the other giveaways that I do, just comment in the video below. Now, one thing you'll have to do is, tell me what you think about the timings, and tell me what ship that you normally use for ratting. And don't forget to include your in-game name and which skin out of those 13 that you can see on the screen now that you want to win. And again, depending on the number of comments that I get, it'll be the 1 in every 3rd person will win a skin, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, until the next time, fly safe, and bye for now.